Hi guys, German Prepper here. Given the continuing support of NATO countries to the conflict in the East, I've recently been wondering to what extent Germany is now making itself a target for military strikes in the event of further escalation. Yes, we have US and joint NATO military bases, all no doubt targets, but what about the country as a whole, however? Is Germany now considered the Russian Federation's enemy? Well, I found an answer of sorts. At the end of a working visit to Kazakhstan, President Vladimir Putin, head of the Russian Federation, answered questions from media representatives. Here is one I found most interesting. Good evening, Pavel Zarubin, TV channel Russia. I have a question that I think a lot of people in Russia are thinking about right now. In my opinion, the role of Germany in the Ukrainian conflict is under-discussed. If Chancellor Merkel took a rather restrained position, then Scholz, as they say, set off all serious ways, and with some amazing ease Germany suddenly forgot everything that Russia had done to unite the German people, with ease, as it seems, turned over very difficult pages reconciliation of the two peoples, and now we see previously unimaginable things, how Russian people are again killed from German guns. You are a specialist in Germany. How can you explain everything that is happening, and how will this affect Russian-German relations in the future? So quite the question there, guys. Here is President Putin's very diplomatic answer. This is the choice of those people who legitimately come to power in this or that country, in this case in Germany. They must determine for themselves what is more important for them, the fulfillment of some allied obligations, as they see it, or ensuring the interests of their own people. Their national interests. Judging by what you said, in this case, apparently, some allied obligations are put at the forefront, in this case, the Federal Republic, within the framework of the North Atlantic Alliance. Right or wrong, I believe that this is a mistake, and business, the economy, the citizens of the Federal Republic are paying for this mistake, because it has negative economic consequences for the Eurozone in general and for the Federal Republic in particular. But, apparently, few people take into account its interests, otherwise Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 would not have been undermined. Although they did not work, it was such an element of reliability that in extreme cases they could be turned on. But now there is no such possibility. Although there is one branch, as I said in Moscow, it is apparently still in working condition, but no decision is being made, and apparently it is unlikely to be made. But this is no longer our business. This is the business of our partners. And what the leaders of these or other states are guided by is their business. I've presented my version. It seems to me that this is precisely the crux of the problem. Allied interests over national interests. President Putin really got straight to the point there. I'm almost relieved by the answer, guys. He's not furiously condemning the German people or even the Federal Republic itself as the enemy, but fairly apportioning blame to those who lead it, who are making the decisions, and most tellingly, those allies whose interests have clearly been put before Germany's own. It is a very level-headed answer. We have seen no such restraint from our own politicians, who have been all too quick to condemn the whole Russian Federation and demonise all Russians wherever they are, regardless of their total lack of involvement in the war. Such a contrast in behaviour and relations there. A question for you all now to end. Is it wrong to want to stay out of a conflict in the hope of not becoming a target for reprisals? Or should we all now be willing to put everything on the line for our allies and their interests? As always, looking forward to reading your answers. Keep prepping, guys. Cheers for now.